Hello, I'm Dr. Katherine Horton. I would like to add something to my previous video. Dear Andrew Parker, as I just finished recording the video, I rose from my desk and I couldn't walk further than 2 steps when my left hand and my left arm was gripped in debilitating pain. It started with vibration in my hand, with a tingling, and this tingling just spread throughout my entire arm, and within literally moments of finishing recording the video, I was on the floor in pain, in agonizing pain, with my hand that I know that your agents can set off, because they have come close to me in supermarkets and set off the tingling in my hand. Briefly after that, you also set off similar tingling in my left leg. Now, if I had to explain that scientifically, combined with the fact that when I stayed in Manchester at the end of October, your agents overnight specifically irradiated the right-hand hemisphere of my brain so intensely that I woke up the next morning with half my face burned and with a headache that just affected half my skull. If I had to puzzle together, based on what I have so far managed to collect and how this technology works, I would say that I have been infected with synthetic things that grow inside me. You can use the radiation to make it grow in certain places inside my brain, to interface electromagnetic radiation with the motor control for certain parts of my body. Not knowing very much about this, as far as I know, classified technology, based on what I have gathered, I would say that what happened is that in the summer of 2012 I was infected with a fungus on my legs and the back of my neck here. I would say that this fungus grows inside me and grows inside of the victims, and I would also assume that as a victim one is poisoned with heavy metals or different forms of metal and other products that are absorbed by this fungus and make the fungal fibers essentially conducting. I think this fungus can also be made to grow in one's brain, and I think you can make it grow depending on where it receives the most radiation. It's either fungus or some other self-assembling nanotech. However, what I noticed is that your agents have systematically irradiated my body in different body parts quite systematically, and after irradiation you managed to control my muscles and even control my limbs. These are extremely horrific experiments. Your agents have taken control over my nervous system, and my experience is that everything, the control of my nervous system as well as the process of irradiation, has not just been used to conduct this. It's not even a human experiment anymore, because I'm pretty sure that your agents know what they're doing. It is essentially systematic mutilation of a human being. And if I have to guess what it's being used for, it's not for scientific inquiry. It is for sexual titillation of sadistic psychopaths. Because all throughout the attacks against me, there were attacks to everywhere on my body, but specifically, repeatedly, to my breasts and my genitals, already in the irradiation phase. And then when you use the functionality of remote triggering my muscles through muscle pulsing, it was essentially used for ridicule, for humiliating me, for terrifying me, for ridiculing me. And I ask you specifically, after the experience I just had making this video to you, to stop these psychopathic undertakings of your agents and the collaborating agents. You put me on the surveillance list, you put me on this human mutilation program, and I ask you to be taken off. And I ask you to help me to return to health, to have whatever nanotech that's in my body, any implants and any such things which are now publicly known to occur in victims very frequently. I ask you to help me to have these removed and be restored to health. Thank you for listening.